you saw them smoking, you saw them doing all sorts of things, and now you've seen them in Christ, then you should know that there's a God that is worth doing that. Then, it will make you more curious to know what is it, what is actually her experience, you know? So, yeah, and I had a few people also, like, reach out to me and ask me questions like, "What made you change? Like, what you do?" Like, just, a few curious questions, and I liked getting that, and, well, I still do.
Yeah, well, that brings me to another point, Marianne, and that's in regards to you mentioned you used to dabble in some drugs and all that in the past. How was that transformation once you came into Christ? Once you got delivered, did you ever have that temptation again? And how do you corral those temptations, especially for those that maybe are listening, have similar circumstances and they don't know how to overcome it?
Yeah, I'd say, the drugs, well, it was just weed that I used to do, and I say just, but it's still a major, something. So I did it from I said I started smoking weed from college days, so I was 17, 18, yeah,
Mm,
till uni, and during university times, it was really bad. I started off very light. I would smoke with friends. I never used to, like, spend my own money with the drugs until it got to the level that, okay, I'm addicted to this. Let me go and start buying them. And I got very addicted to it, to the point that some days I could not, not even some days, that sometimes I really could not go without it. I'll wake up, look for what to smoke, even, and I do believe that it also affected my university. Like, I could have achieved and done so much more, but because of the laziness, because of the way the drugs were affecting me at that time, I did not know. But later on I realized, but after university, I felt like I felt like I was going to stop naturally, because I knew I was gonna come back to my house with my family and everything else, but I still found ways to, like, sneak out and get the drugs and then smoke at certain times, and also maybe when I'm going to the gym and stuff. And then I started deep in my life. I'm like, "Is this really what I want to be doing?" And I tried to stop my own way, and it wasn't working. I
mm,
tried to, like, limit it, or, like, make it, like, just do less, but it was always very hard. So when I started to, like, Christ started to just be the center of my life, it just naturally just became something that I did not really want to do,
mm,
and it was just very easy to just fade out. So I do know the struggles of getting out of something that is so much like an addiction, and so much like your world revolves around it, because
mm.
sometimes some people do not even see it as something bad. They'll just say, "Oh, it's just grass, it's just weed that you're smoking." Like, it doesn't do anything to you, but it really does, because sometimes when I think about, like, my university life, I realize that my memories are not as sharp as they would be, because I know that it does something to your mind, and I feel like it just really impacted me in a lot of ways. Even money wise, I did spend a lot of money with the weed, that if I wasn't spending that much, if I wasn't buying the weed and all of that, then I would have definitely been able to save up so much, because sometimes I'll be thinking, okay, do I buy the weed or do I buy food? Like, it got to that level, which
Mm.
was really bad. But I would say that since I've been in Christ, I have not really, thought about it. In fact, I've even spoken to one of my friends about it, because she's in a similar journey as me,
Mm.
and she's always told me, like, "Oh, maybe she could have it edible, like, she wouldn't." And I thought about it to myself. I was like, I don't really know if I would want to open those doors, just in case. Like, because I feel like it took me so long to get out of something. Like, who knows if if I just go and have, like, a puff or just something, and I would just be addicted to it again.
Mm.
And when we were having this conversation a few weeks later, or just a few days ago, I did see a video of a girl talking about her experience, and how she almost got, like, possessed through just doing an edible.
Mm.
And she was saying how, like, her mind literally, she saw her mind leaving her, and how, she saw like, she just saw the spiritual realm. And it was just like a confirmation to me, because I knew a friend as well that, I don't know how, I knew her from secondary school. So then when I then saw her in church a few, like, years ago, she was a whole complete different person. Like, and what I was told is that she done some bad drugs in school, and now she was having mental health issues and stuff. So I was like, I cannot risk opening those doors just because of a quick high or anything like that. So I would say I haven't really had the feeling to go back. If anything, I would say, like, I just well, drinking is still not a priority for me. I just do that every maybe if I want to, but at least even that one I've been able to control it. I go months and weeks without even drinking. I can go to a party and not even drink. So I've been able to have a control
Mm.
over the outside world. Yeah.
And it's interesting because, when we open the doors up in the spirit, we don't know what's coming in, right? Do you think that's
Mhm.
why God drew you to that to that ministry out there to do that deliverance? Because that stronghold over your life, those generational spirits, whatever those spirits were so hard to overcome on your own?
I definitely think God knows best, like,
Mm,
because sometimes when I think about my life and I feel like I feel so privileged or so lucky to have a God that really has looked after me, because not everyone can just turn their ways around or just, encounter God and actually stay in the path of God.